Welcome to Hardcore Garage. We're chilling here Friday morning, trying to relax a little bit. It's been a taxing couple of weeks. Trying to prepare for the Bark in the Park car and bike show, September 1st, 9 a.m. in Yaktanji Park. Been building the trophies, painting the trophies, calling people, organizing stuff, just doing what we do. Finally got down to edit to a reasonable size the video of the lowering of the front of the 93 work truck. So I'm going to throw that up here. I've got to put the voiceover on it real quick and we should be good to go. So we're going to drop that for you guys and let me know what you think. This was a couple of my buddies that, one of my buddies that owns a shop and another employee of his that did the job so I could film. There was a couple little problems we ran into along the way. I don't know if I edited them out or I tried to make it as easy and as simple as possible for people that may want to try it on their own. So tell me what you think. You guys know the drill. Keep on trucking.
Getting her done. The first thing you're going to want to do is get your truck in the air and get the front wheels off. In this case, we had Dayton wire wheels, so we took off the knockoffs and then removed the adapter plates. The lift helped tremendously. If you have access to one of these, I highly suggest getting use of it. After you've removed the wheels, you'll be able to get a good look at what kind of shape the vehicle is in. The next step is to remove the brake caliper. Next, we loosen and remove the tie rod ends. This can be done with a heavy hammer hitting the end of the tie rod. When you remove the rotor, you'll remove the cotter pin, the castle nut, then the washer, and your bearings will come out when you remove the rotor. Finally, the spindle can be removed by loosening and removing the upper and lower nuts. You will also probably want to remove the dust shield to reuse it on your new spindle. You can do this now or after the spindle has been removed. This truck did have quite a bit of rust underneath, so we did use an air chisel to pop the ball joints since we were going to replace them anyway. Most of the time, a big hammer does this job just fine. She's gathered quite a bit of rust in the last 25 years. You'll remove the sway bar end links from the lower A-arms if you're replacing them. Support stand is now under the A-arm to hold the pressure of the spring while the shock is removed. I would suggest doing this before you remove the spindle. These shocks were so far gone, we opted to burn them off with an electric knife. A sawzall or reciprocating saw will work as well. Release the pressure on the spring slowly. What a mess. You will then just have 2 remaining bolts on each side to remove your lower control arms. Removing the upper control arms is a little more tricky. 2 bolts on each side. Removing the fender is the easiest way if you can do that. Then you're just basically going to reverse the order of everything to reassemble. We used a modified spring compressor to get the factory coils back in. It would have been much easier with a drop spring, but I was only lowering the vehicle 2 inches via spindles. New shocks are in. Spindles and dust shields back on. Have you ever tried to locate a new set of dust shields for an S10? The new rotors go back on with new bearings, new castle nuts, and new cotter pins. The last step was to put the new brakes back on, put the wheels on, and get this bad boy back on the road. The work truck looks a whole lot better, dropped down closer to the ground.